Martha Corey, there is abundant evidence in our hands to show that you have given yourself to the reading of fortunes. Do you deny it?
I am innocent to a witch. I know not what a witch is.
How do you know then that you are not a witch?
If I were, I would know it.
Why do you hurt these children?
I do not hurt them. I scorn it.
I have evidence for the court.
You will keep your seat.
Thomas Putnam is reaching out for land.
Remove that man, Marshal.
You are hearing lies. Lies!
Arrest him, Excellency!
I have evidence. Why will you not hear my evidence? Hands off, damn you! Let me go!
Giles!
Out of my way, Herrick. I bring evidence.
Cannot go in there, Giles. It's a court.
Pray, be calm a moment.
You, Mr. Hale, go in there and demand I speak.
A moment, sir. A moment.
They'll be hanging my wife.
How do you dare come roaring into this court? Are you gone daft, Corey?
You'll not call me daft, Hathorne. You're not a Boston judge.
Who is this man?
Giles Corey, sir, and a more contentious man you have never...
I am asked the question, and I am old enough to answer it. My name is Corey, sir. Giles Corey. I have 600 acres and timber in addition. It is my wife you are condemning now.
And how do you imagine to help her cause with such contemptuous riot? Now be gone. Your old age alone keeps you out of jail for this.
They're telling lies about my wife, sir.
Do you take it upon yourself to determine what this court shall believe and what it shall set aside?
Your Excellency, we mean no disrespect.
Disrespect indeed. It is disruption, mister. This is the highest court of the supreme government of this province. Do you know it?
I only said my wife were reading books, sir, and they come and take her from my home for...
What books?
It is my third wife, sir, and I've never known no wife so taken with books. So I thought to find the cause of it, do you see? But it were no witch that I blamed her for. I have broke charity with this woman. I have broke charity with her.
Excellency, he claims hard evidence in his wife's defense. I think in all justice you must...
Then let him submit his evidence in proper affidavit. You are certainly aware of our procedure here, Mr. Hale. Clear this room.
Come now, Giles.
We are desperate, sir. We have come here 3 days now and have not been heard.
Who is this man?
Francis Nurse, Your Excellency.
His wife's Rebecca, that were condemned this morning.
I am amazed to find you in such uproar. I have only good report of your character, Mr. Nurse.
I think they must both be arrested in contempt, sir.
Let you write your plea, and in due time I will...
Excellency, we have proof for your eyes only. God forbid you shut them to it. The girls, sir, the girls are frauds.
What's that?
We have proof of it, sir. They are all deceiving you.
This is contempt, sir. Contempt!
Peace, Judge Hathorne, peace. Do you know who I am, Mr. Nurse?
I surely do, sir, and I think you must be a wise judge to be what you are.
And do you know that near to 400 are in the jails from Marblehead to Lynn, and upon my signature, and 72 condemned to hang by that signature?
Excellency, I never thought to say it to such a weighty judge, but you are deceived.
Mary Warren? What are you about here?
She would speak to the deputy governor.
Did you not tell me Mary Warren was sick in bed?
She were, Your Honor. When I go to fetch her to the court last week, she says she was sick.
She's been striving with her soul all week. And she comes here now to tell the truth of all this to you.
Who is this?
John Proctor, sir. Elizabeth Proctor is my wife.
Beware this man, sir. This man is mischief.
I think you must hear the girl, sir.
Peace. What would you tell us, Mary Warren?
She never saw no spirits, sir.
Never saw no spirits.
Never.
She has signed a deposition, sir, which I have brought for you today.
No, I accept no depositions. Tell me, Mr. Proctor, have you given out this story in the village?
We have not.
They've come to overthrow the court, Your Honor. This man is...
I pray you, Mr. Paris. Do you know, Mr. Proctor, that the entire contention of the state in these trials is that the voice of heaven is speaking through the children?
I know that, sir.
And you, Mary Warren, how came you to cry out people for sending their spirits against you?
It were pretense, sir.
I cannot hear you.
It were pretense, she says.
Ah, and the other girls? Susanna Walcott and the others, they are also pretending?
Aye, sir.
Indeed.
You cannot think. Your Honor, you cannot think to let so vile a lie be spread in open court.
Indeed not. But it strike hard upon me that she will dare come here with such a tale. Now, Mr. Proctor, before I decide whether I shall hear you or not, it is my duty to tell you this. We burn a hot fire here. It melts down all concealment.
I know that, sir.
Let me continue. I understand well a husband's tenderness may drive him to extravagance in defense of a wife. Are you certain, in your conscience, that your evidence is the truth?
It is, sir. You surely know it.
Now, sir, what is your purpose in so doing?
I would free my wife, sir.
There lurks nowhere in your heart, nor hidden in your spirit, any desire to undermine this court?
Why, no, sir.
Your Excellency,
Mr. Cheever,
I think it be my duty, sir. And you'll not deny it, John. When we come to take his wife, he damned the court and ripped your warrant.
Now you have it.
he did that, Mr. Hale?
Aye, he did.
It were a temper, sir. I knew not what I did.
Mr. Proctor,
Aye, sir.
have you ever seen the devil?
I have not, sir.
You are in all respects a gospel Christian.
I am, sir.
Such a Christian that will not come to church but once in a month.
Not come to church?
I have no love for Mr. Paris. It is no secret. But God I surely love.
He plow on Sunday, sir.
Plow on Sunday?
I think it be evidence, John. I am an official of the court. I cannot keep it.
I have once or twice plowed on Sunday. I have 3 children, sir, and until last year my land give little.
Many Christians do plow on Sunday, if the truth be told.
Your Honor, I cannot think you may judge the man on such evidence.
I judge nothing. I tell you straight, mister, I have seen marvels in this court. I have seen people choked before my eyes by spirits. I have seen them stuck by pins and slashed by daggers. I have until this moment not the slightest reason to suspect that children may be deceiving me. Do you understand my meaning?
Your Excellency, does it not strike upon you that these women have lived so long with such upright reputations that...
Do you read the Gospel, Mr. Proctor?
I read the Gospel.
I think not. Or you should surely know that Cain were an upright man, and yet he did kill Abel.
Aye. God tells us that. But who tells us that Rebecca Nurse murdered 7 babies by sending out her spirit upon them? It is the children only, and this one swears that she's lying to you.
Aye, she's the one.
Mr. Proctor, this morning your wife sent me a claim in which she states that she is pregnant now.
My wife pregnant?
There be no sign of it. We have examined her body.
But if she says she's pregnant, then she must be. My wife cannot lie, sir.
She will not?
Never, sir, never.
We have thought it too convenient to be credited. However, if I should tell you, I will let her be kept another month. And if she begin to show her natural signs, you shall have her living yet another year until she is delivered. What say you to that? Come, man, you say your only purpose is to save your wife. Good then. She is saved at least this year, and a year is long. What say you, sir? It is done now. Will you drop this charge?
I think I cannot, sir.
Then your purpose is somewhat larger.
He's come to overthrow this court, Your Honor.
These are my friends. Their wives are also accused. I can't...
I judge you not, sir. I am ready to hear your evidence.
I come not to hurt the court, only to...
Marshal, go into the court and bid Judge Stoughton and Judge Sewall declare recess for 1 hour, and let them go to the tavern if they will. All witnesses and prisoners are to be kept in the building.
Aye, sir. If I may say it, sir, I have known this man all my life. It is a good man, sir.
I am sure of it, Marshal. Now, mister, what deposition do you have for us? And I beg you, be clear, open as the sky, and honest.
I am no lawyer, so I'll...
The pure in heart need no lawyers. Proceed as you will.
Will you read this first, sir? It is a sort of testament. The people signing it declare their good opinion of Rebecca Nurse, Martha Corey, and my wife.
Their good opinion.
These are all landholding farmers, members of the church. If you'll notice, sir, they've known the woman many years and never saw no sign they had dealings with the devil.
How many names are here?
91, Your Excellency.
These people should be summoned for questioning.
Mr. Danforth, I gave them all my word that no harm would come to them for signing this.
This is a clear attack upon the court.
Is every defense an attack upon the court? Can no one...
All innocent and Christian people are happy for the courts in Salem. These people are gloomy for it. I think you will want to know from each and every one of them what discontents them with you.
I think they ought to be examined, sir.
It is not necessarily an attack, I think, yet
They're all covenanted Christians, sir.
Then I am sure they may have nothing to fear. Mr. Cheever, have warrants drawn for all of these. Arrest for examination. Now, mister, what other information do you have for us? You may sit, Mr. Nurse.
I have brought trouble on these people.
No, old man, you have not hurt these people if they are in good conscience. But you must understand, a person is either with this court or they must be counted against it. There be no road between. This is a sharp time now, a precise time. We live no longer in the dusky afternoon, when evil mixed itself with good and befuddled the world. Now, by God's grace, the shining sun is up, and them that fear not the light will surely praise it. I hope you will be one of those. She's not hardy, I see.
No, she's not, sir. Mary, you cannot weep right now. Remember the angel Raphael. What did he say to the boy Tobias? Remember it.
I...
Do that which is good, and no harm shall come to thee.
Come, man, we wait you.
John, my deposition. Give him mine.
Aye. This is Mr. Corey's deposition.
Oh?
What lawyer drew this, Corey?
You know I've never hired a lawyer in my life, Hathorn.
It is very well phrased. My compliments. Mr. Paris, if Mr. Putnam is in the court, will you bring him in? You have no legal training, Mr. Corey?
I have the best, sir. I am 33 times in court in my life, and always the plaintiff, too.
Oh, then you're much put upon.
I am never put upon. I know my rights, sir, and I will have them. Your father, he tried a case of mine. Might be 35 years ago, I think.
Indeed?
Never spoke to you of it?
No, I cannot recall it.
That's strange. He gave me £9 damages. You were a fair judge, your father. You see, I had a white mare that time, and this fellow come to borrow the mare. And there he is.
Mr. Putnam, I have here an accusation by Mr. Corey against you. He states that you coldly prompted your daughter to cry witchery upon George Jacobs that is now in jail.
It is a lie.
Mr. Putnam states your charge is a lie. What say you to that?
A fart on Thomas Putnam. That is what I say to that.
What proof do you submit for your charge, sir?
My proof is there. If Jacobs hangs for a witch, then his property be forfeit. That's law. And there is none but Putnam with the coin to buy so great a piece. This man is killing his neighbors for their land.
But proof, sir, proof.
The proof is there. I have it from an honest man who heard Putnam say it. On the day that his daughter cried out on Jacobs, he said she'd given him a fair gift of land.
And the name of this man?
What name?
The man that give you this information.
I cannot give you his name.
And why not?
You know well why not. He'll lay in jail if I give his name.
This is contempt of the court, Mr. Danforth.
You will surely tell us the name.
I'll not give you no name. I mentioned my wife's name once, and I'll surely burn in hell long enough for that. I stand mute.
In that case, I have no choice but to arrest you for contempt of this court. Do you know that?
This is a hearing. You cannot clap me for contempt of a hearing.
Oh, it is a proper lawyer. Do you wish me to declare the court in full session here, or will you give me good reply?
I cannot give you his name. I cannot.
You are a foolish old man. Mr. Cheever, begin the record. The court is now in session. I ask you, Mr. Corey.
Your Honor, he has the story in confidence, sir. He just has some trouble.
The devil lives on such confidences, Your Honor. Without confidences, there would be no conspiracy.
I think it must be broken, sir.
Old man, if your informant tells the truth, let him come here openly like a decent man. But if he hide in anonymity, I must know why. Now, the government and Central Church demand of you the name of him who reported Mr. Thomas Putnam a common murderer.
Excellency,
Mr. Hale.
we cannot blink it more. There's a prodigious fear of the court in the country.
Then there is a prodigious guilt in the country. Are you afraid to be questioned here?
I may only fear the Lord, sir, but there is a fear in the country nevertheless.
Reproach me not with fear in the country. There is fear in the country because there is a moving plot to topple Christ in the country.
But it does not follow that everyone accused is part of it.
No uncorrupted man may fear this court, Mr. Hale. None. You are under arrest in contempt of this court. Now sit you down and take counsel with yourself, or you will be set in jail until you decide to answer all my questions.
Oh,
No,
Peace, Giles, peace! We'll prove ourselves. Now we will. Say no more, John. He's only playing you. He needs to hang us all.
This is a court of law, mister. I'll have no effrontery here.
Forgive him, sir, for his old age. Peace, Giles. We'll prove it all now. Mary, you cannot reap. Remember the angel Raphael. What did he say to the boy? Hold to it now. There is your rock. This is Mary Warren's deposition. I ask that while you read it, you remember, sir, that until 2 weeks ago, she were no different than the other children are today. You saw her scream. She howled. She swore familiar spirits choked her. She even swears that Satan, in the form of woman now in jail, tried to win her soul away. And then when she refused...
We know all of this.
Aye, sir. She swears now that she never saw Satan, nor any spirit, vague or clear, that Satan might have sent to hurt her. She declares that her friends are lying now.
Excellency, a moment. I think this goes to the heart of the matter.
It surely does.
I cannot say he is an honest man. I know him little, but in all justice, sir, a claim so weighty cannot be argued by a farmer. I pray you, stop here, send him home, and let it come again with a lawyer.
Now look you...
I have signed 72 death warrants. I'm a minister of the Lord, and I will not take a life without a proof so immaculate, no slight of qualm of conscience may doubt it.
Mr. Hale, you surely do not doubt my justice.
I have this morning signed away the soul of Rebecca Nurse. I'll not conceal it. My hand shakes yet as if with a wound. I pray you, sir, this argument let lawyers present to you.
Mr. Hale, believe me, for a man of such terrible learning, you are most bewildered. I hope you will forgive me. I have been 32 years at the bar, sir, and I should be confounded were I called upon to defend these people. Let you consider now, and I bid you all do likewise, in an ordinary crime, how does one defend the accused? One calls upon witnesses to prove his innocence, but witchcraft is ipso facto on its face and by its nature an invisible crime, is it not? Therefore, who may possibly be witness to it? The witch and the victim, none other. Now, we cannot hope the witch will accuse herself, granted. Therefore, we must rely upon her victims. And they do testify. The children certainly do testify. As for the witches, none will deny we are most eager for their confessions. Therefore, what may be left for a lawyer to bring out? I think I have made my point, have I not?
But the child claims the girls are not truthful, and if they are not...
That is precisely what I'm about to consider. What more may you ask of me? Unless you doubt my probity.
I surely do not, sir. Let you consider it then.
And let you put your heart at rest. Her deposition, Mr. Proctor.
I should like to question all the people written down.
Mr. Paris, I bid you be silent! Mr. Cheever, will you bring the children here? Mary Warren, how came you to this turnabout? Has Mr. Proctor threatened you for this deposition?
No, sir.
Has he ever threatened you?
No, sir.
Has he threatened you?
No, sir.
Then you tell me that you sat in my court, callously lying, when you knew that people would hang by your evidence? Answer me.
I did, sir.
How were you instructed in your life? Do you not know God damns all liars? Or is it now that you lie?
No, sir. I am with God now.
You are with God now?
I
will tell you this. You are either lying now, or you are lying in the court. And in either case, you have committed perjury, and you will go to jail for it. You cannot lightly say you lied, Mary. Do you know that?
I cannot lie no more. I am with God. I am with God.
Ruth Putnam's not in the court, sir, nor are the other children.
These will be sufficient. Sit you down, children. Your friend, Mary Warren, has given us a deposition in which she swears she never saw familiar spirits, apparitions, nor any manifest of the devil. She claims as well that none of you have seen these things either. Now, children, this is a court of law. The law based upon the Bible, and the Bible, writ by Almighty God, forbid the practice of witchcraft and describe death as the penalty thereof. But likewise, children, the law and Bible damn all bearers of false witness. Now then, it does not escape me that this deposition may be devised to blind us. It may well be that Mary Warren has been conquered by Satan, who sends her here today to distract our sacred purpose. If so, her neck will break for it. But if she speaks true, I bid you now drop your guile and confess your pretense, for a quick confession will go easier with you. Abigail Williams, rise. Is there any truth to this?
No, sir.
Now, children, a very auger bit will now be turned into your souls until your honesty is proved. Will either of you change your positions now, or do you force me to hard questioning?
I have naught to change, sir. She lies.
You would still go on with this? A poppet were discovered in Mr. Proctor's house, stabbed by a needle. Mary Warren claims you sat beside her in the court when she made it, and that you saw her make it, and witnessed how she herself stuck the needle into it for safekeeping. What say you to that?
lies, sir.
While you worked for Mr. Proctor, did you ever see any puppets in that house?
Goody Proctor always kept puppets.
My wife never kept no poppet, sir. Mary Warren has confessed it was her poppet.
Your Excellency,
Mr. Cheever,
when I spoke to Goody Proctor in that house, she said she never kept no poppets, but she did say she kept poppets when she were a girl.
My wife has not been a girl these 15 years, Your Honor.
But a poppet will keep 15 years, will it not?
It will keep if it is kept. But Mary Warren has confessed that she never saw no poppets nor anyone else.
Why could there not have been poppets hid where no one ever saw them?
There might also be a dragon with 5 legs that no one has ever seen.
We are here, Your Honor, precisely to discover what no one has ever seen.
Your Honor, what may Mary Warren profit from turning herself about? What may she gain besides hard questioning and worse?
you are charging Abigail Williams with a marvelous cool plot to murder. Do you understand that?
I do. I believe she means to murder.
This child would murder your wife.
It is not a child. Now hear me, sir. In the sight of the congregation, twice this year she was put out of the meeting house for laughter during prayer.
What's this? Laughter during prayer.
Excellency, she were under Tituba's power at that time, but she is solemn now.
Aye, she is solemn now as she sends people to hang.
Quiet, man.
Surely it have no bearing on the question, sir. He charges contemplation of murder.
Aye. Continue, Mr. Proctor.
Mary, now tell the governor how you danced in the woods.
Excellency, since I've come to Salem, this man is blackening my name. He has talked all over the village.
In a moment, sir. What is this dancing?
Mr. Proctor!
Abigail leads the girls into the woods and they have danced there naked.
Your Honor, this is all a...
Mr. Parris discovered them himself in the dead of the night. There's the child she is.
Mr. Parris?
I can only say, Excellency, that I never found any of them naked.
But you discovered them dancing in the woods? Abigail?
Excellency, when I first arrived from Beverly, Mr. Parris told me that.
Do you deny it?
I do not, sir. But I never saw any of them naked.
But she have danced?
Aye, sir.
Excellency, will you permit me?
Pray, proceed.
You say you never saw no spirits, Mary. Were never threatened or afflicted by any manifest of the devil or the devil's agents?
No, sir.
And yet, when those accused of witchery confronted you in court, you would faint, saying that their spirits came out of their bodies and choked you.
That were pretense, sir.
I cannot hear you.
Pretense, sir.
But you did turn cold, did you not? I myself picked you up many times and your skin were icy. Mr. Danforth, you surely remember these incidents.
I saw that many times.
She were only pretending to faint, Your Honor. They're all marvelous pretenders.
Then can she pretend to faint now?
Now?
Why not? There are no spirits attacking her now, for no one in this room is accused of witchcraft. Let her pretend she is attacked now. Let her turn herself cold now. Let her faint. Faint!
Faint?
Aye, faint. Prove to us how you have pretended in the court so many times.
I cannot faint now, sir.
Can you not pretend it?
I have no sense of it now.
Why? What is lacking now?
I cannot tell.
Might it be that here we have no afflicting spirits loose, but in the court there were some?
I never saw no spirits.
Then see no spirits now, and prove to us that you can faint by your own will, as you claim.
I cannot do it.
Then you will confess, will you not? It were attacking spirits made you faint.
No, sir,
Your Honor, this is a trick to blind the court.
It's not a trick! I used to faint because I thought I saw spirits.
Thought you saw them.
But I did not, Your Honor.
How could you think you saw them unless you saw them?
I cannot tell how, but I did. I heard the other girls screaming, and you, Your Honor, you seem to believe them, and I can only sport in the beginning. But then the whole world cried, spirits, spirits, and I promised Mr. Danforth. I only thought I saw them, but I did not.
Surely your Excellency is not taken with this simple lie.
Abigail, I bid you now search your heart and tell me this. And beware of it, child. To God, every soul is precious, and his vengeance is terrible on them that take life without cause. Is it possible that the spirits you have seen are illusions only? Some deception that may cross your mind when...
Is a base question, sir.
Child, I would have you consider it.
I have been hurt, Mr. Danforth. I have seen my blood running out. I have been near to murder every day in this court for doing my duty, pointing out the devil's people. And this is my reward? To be questioned, denied, mistrusted like I'm supposed to?
Child, I do not
Beware,
mistrust...
Mr. Danforth. Think you be so mighty that the power of hell will not turn your wits. You beware. It is...
What is it, child?
I know not. A cold wind has come. Abby.
Your Honor, I freeze.
Oh, they're pretending.
She is cold, Your Honor. Touch her.
Mary, do you send this shadow on me?
Lord, save me.
I freeze. I freeze.
It's a wind. A wind. Abby, don't do that.
Mary Warren, do you witch her? I say to you, do you send your spirit out?
Let me go, Mr. Proctor. I cannot. Escape from the shadow, Heavenly Father.
How do you call heaven? Whore! Whore!
Man, what do you...
It is a whore!
You charge?
Goodbye, Mr. Danforth.
Oh, mark her, now she'll suck a scream to stab me with butt!
You approve this. This will not pass.
I have known her, sir! Oh, I have known her!
You are a lecher?
John, you can't say so.
Oh, Francis, I wish you had some evil in you that you might know me. A man would not cast away his good name. You surely know that.
In what time? In what place?
In the proper place, where my beasts are bedded. On the last night of my joy, some 8 months past. She used to serve me in my house, sir. A man may think God sleeps, but God sees everything. I know it now. I beg you, sir, I beg you. See her what she is. My wife, my dear good wife, took this girl soon after, sir, and put her out on the high road. But being what she is, a lump of vanity, sir. Excellency, forgive me. Forgive me. She thinks to dance with me on my wife's grave. As well she might, for I thought of her softly. Oh, God, help me, I lusted. And there is a promise in such sweat. But it is a whore's vengeance, and you must see it. I set myself entirely in your hands. I know you must see it now.
You deny every scrap and tittle of this?
If I must answer that, I will leave and I will not come back again.
I have made a belle of my honor. I have wrung the tomb of my good name. You will believe me, Mr. Danforth. My wife is innocent, except she knew a whore when she saw one.
What look do you give me? I will not have such looks.
You will remain where you are. Mr. Paris, go into the court and bring Goodwife Proctor out.
This is all absurd, Your Honor. I will not go down.
Bring her out. And tell her not one word of what's been spoken here. And let you knock before you enter. Now, we shall touch the bottom of this swamp. Your wife, you say, is an honest woman?
In her life, sir, she have never lied. There are them that cannot sing and them that cannot weep. My wife cannot lie. I have paid much to learn it, sir.
And when she put this girl out of your house, she put her out for a harlot?
Aye, sir.
And knew her for a harlot?
Aye, sir. She knew her for a harlot.
Good, then. And if she tell me, child, it were for harlotry, may God spread his mercy on you. Hold! Turn your back. Turn your back. Do likewise. Now, let neither of you turn to face Goody Proctor. No one in this room is to speak one word, or raise a gesture, aye or nay. Enter. Mr. Cheever, will you report this testimony in all exactness? Are you ready?
Ready, sir?
Come here, woman. You will look at me only, not at your husband, in my eyes only.
Aye, sir.
We are given to understand that at one time you dismissed your servant, Abigail Williams.
That is true, sir.
For what cause did you dismiss her? You will look in my eyes only, not at your husband. The answer is in your memory, and you need no help to give it to me. Why did you dismiss Abigail
She
Williams?
Dissatisfied me and my husband.
In what ways dissatisfied you?
She were...
Woman, look at me. Were she slovenly? Lazy? What disturbance did she cause?
Your Honor, in that time, I were sick, and My husband is a good and righteous man, sir. He is never drunk, as some men are, nor wasting time at the shovel board, but always at his work. But in my sickness, you see, I were a
long time sick after my last baby. And I thought I saw him turning from me somewhat. And this girl...
Look at me.
Aye, sir. Abigail Williams.
What of Abigail Williams?
I thought that he fancied her. And so one night I lost my wits, I think, and put her out on the high road.
Your husband? Did he indeed turn from you?
My husband is a goodly man, sir.
Then he did not turn from you?
He...
Look at me. To your own knowledge, has John Proctor ever committed the crime of lechery? Answer my question. Is your husband a lecher?
No, sir.
Remove her, Marshal.
Elizabeth, tell them the truth.
She has spoken. Remove her.
Elizabeth, I have confessed it.
Oh, God.
She only thought to save my name.
Excellency, it is a natural lie to tell. I beg you, stop now before another is condemned. I shall shut my conscience to it no more. Private vengeance is working through the testimony. From the beginning, this man has stuck me true. By my oath to God, I believe him now, and I pray you stop, bring his wife back
She
before...
spoke nothing of lechery, and this man has lied.
I believe him. This girl has always struck me false. She has...
Be gone! Be gone, I say!
What is it, child? What's there? Child! Girls, why do you...
It's on the beam, behind the rafter.
Where?
Why do you come, yellow bird?
Where's the bird? I see no bird.
My face. My face.
Mr. Hale, did you see a
Be
bird?
quiet!
You cannot want to tear my face. God made my face. Envy is a deadly sin. Mary. Abby! It is a black art to change your shape. No! I cannot stop my mouth. I cannot! It is God's work I do. Abby, I'm here.
They're pretending, Mr. Danforth.
Please don't hurt me. I'm not hurting her.
Why does she see this vision?
She sees nothing. She sees nothing. Abby, you mustn't. Abby, you mustn't. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Mary Warden, draw back your spirit out of them.
Mr. Danforth. Mr. Danforth.
Have you compacted with the devil? Have you?
Never.
Why can they only repeat you?
Don't give me whip and I'll stop it.
They're sporting things. They're sporting. Abby, stop it. Abby, stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
A little while ago you were afflicted. Now it seems you afflict others. Where did you find this power?
I have no power. I have no power.
They're galling you, mister.
Why did you turn about these past 2 weeks? You have seen the devil, have you not?
Cannot believe them.
Mary goddamn's liars.
You have seen the devil. You have made compact with Lucifer, have you not?
Mary goddamn's all liars.
I cannot hear you. You will open with me or you will hang. Do you know who I am? I say you will hang if you do not open with me.
Mary, remember the angel Raphael. What did he say to the boy? Do that which is good.
She's spreading her wings, Mary, don't!
I see nothing, Your Honor.
Do you confess this power?
Mary, don't come down! Don't!
Will you speak?
I cannot!
Cast out the devil! Look him in the face, trample him! We'll save you, Mary. Only stay fast against him. Stay strong and be open to God.
Mary, tell the governor how much
Don't touch me!
Mary!
You're the devil's man!
Praise God!
Praise God!
Mary Howard!
I'll not hang with you. I love God. I love God.
He bid you do the devil's work?
He come at me at night and every day to sign.
Sign what?
The devil's book, he come with a book.
My name. He want my name. I'll murder you, he says. If my wife hangs, we must go over to the court, he says.
Mr. Hale, what do I...
He wake me every night. His eyes were like coal, and his fingers claw my neck. And I sign.
Excellency, this child's gone wild.
Mary!
No, I'll not hang with you. I'll go your way no more. I love God. I bless God. Abby, I'll never hurt you more.
What are you? You are combined with Antichrist, are you not? I have seen your power. You will not deny it. What say you, mister?
Excellency.
I will have nothing from you, Mr. Hale. Do you confess yourself befouled with hell, or do you keep that black allegiance yet? What say you?
I say, God is dead! A fire is burning! I hear the brood of Lucifer, I see his filthy face, and it is my face, and it is yours, Danforth. For them that quail to bring men out of ignorance as I have quailed. And as you quail now, when you know in all your black hearts that this be fraud. God damns our kind especially. And we will burn. We will burn together!
Marshal! Take him and Corey with him to the jail!
I denounce these proceedings.
You are pulling him down and raising up a whore!
I denounce these proceedings! I quit this court!
Mr. Hale! Mr. Hale!
Sarah? Wake up. Sarah Good.
Oh! Majesty! Come in! Ditchaba! He's here! His Majesty come!
Go to the north cell now. This place is wanted.
That don't look to me like His Majesty. Look to me like the Marshal.
Go on with you now. Clear this place.
Oh, is it you, Marshal? I thought sure you'd be the devil coming for us. Can I have a sip of cider for me going away?
Where are you off to, Sarah?
We're going to Barbados as soon as the devil gets here with his feathers and his wings.
Oh, well, a happy voyage to you.
Pair of bluebirds winging southerly, the two of us. Oh, it'd be a grand transformation, Marshal.
You best give me that now, or you'll never rise off the ground. Get it? Come along now.
I'll speak to him for you if you desire to come along, Marshal.
I'd not deny it. Tituba, it's proper morning to fly into hell.
Oh, it'd be no hell in Barbados. The devil is a pleasure man in Barbados. He be singing and dancing in Barbados. It's you folks. You riles him up around here. It'd be too cold for that old boy. He freezes his soul in Massachusetts. But in Barbados, he is just as sweet and... Aye, sir. That's him, Sarah.
I'm here, Majesty.
The deputy governor's arrived now. Come along.
No, he's coming for me. I'm going home.
That's not Satan. That's just a poor old cow with a hat full of milk. Come along now. Out with you.
Take me home, devil. Take me home.
Tell him I'm going, Tituba. Now you tell him Sarahgood's going too.
Take me home, devil. Take me home.
Out with you.
Take me home, devil. Take me home.
Good morning, Excellency.
Where is Mr. Paris?
I'll fetch him.
Marshal, when did Reverend Hale arrive?
You were toward midnight, I think.
What is he about here?
Goes among them that will hang, sir, and he prays with them. He's with Goody Nurse now, and Mr. Paris with him.
Indeed. That man have no authority to enter here, Marshal. Why have you let him in?
Mr. Paris command me. Sir, I cannot deny him.
Are you drunk, Marshal?
No. Sir. It is a bitter night, and I have no fire here.
Fetch Mr. Paris.
Aye, sir.
There is a prodigious stench in this place.
I've only now cleared the people out for you.
Beware of hard drink, Marshal.
Aye, sir.
Let you question Hale, Excellency. I should not be surprised he had been preaching in Andover lately.
We'll come to that. Speak nothing of Andover. Paris prays with him. That's strange.
Excellency, I wonder if it'd be wise to let Mr. Paris so continuously with the prisoners. I think sometimes the man have a mad look these days.
Mad?
I met him yesterday coming out of his house, and I bid him good morning, and he wept and went his way. I think it is not well the village sees him so unsteady.
Perhaps he have some sorrow.
I think it be the cows, sir.
Cows?
There be so many cows wandering the high roads. Now their masters are in the jails, and much disagreement who they will belong to now. I know Mr. Paris be arguing with farmers all yesterday. There was great contention, sir, about the cows. Contention make him weep. It were always a man that weep for contention.
Oh, good morning, sir. Thank you for coming. I beg your pardon waking you so early. Good morning, Judge Hathorne.
Mr. Hale have no right.
Excellency, a moment.
Do you leave him alone with the prisoners?
What's his business here?
Hear me, Excellency. It is a providence. Reverend Hale has returned to bring Rebecca Nurse to God.
He bids her confess?
Hear me, Excellency. Rebecca have not given me word these 3 months since she came. Now she sits with him and her sister and Martha Corey and 2 or 3 others, and he pleads with them, confess their crimes and save their lives.
Why, it is indeed a providence. And they soften. They soften?
Not yet, not yet. But I thought to summon you, sir, that we might think whether it not be wise to, I had thought to put a question, sir, and I hope you will not...
Mr. Paris, be plain. What troubles you?
There is news, sir, that the court must reckon with. My niece, sir, my niece? I believe she has vanished.
Vanished?
I thought to advise you of it early in the week, sir, but it was...
How long is she gone?
This be the 3rd night. You see, sir, she told me she would stay with Mercy Lewis a night, and next day, when she does not return, I sent to Mr. Lewis to inquire. Mercy told him she would sleep at my house a night.
They are both gone?
They are, sir.
I will send a party for them. Where may they be?
Excellency, I think they be aboard a ship. My daughter tells me how she heard them speaking of ships last week, and tonight I discover my strong box broke into.
She have robbed you?
£31 is gone. I am penniless.
Mr. Paris, you are a brainless man.
Excellency, it profit nothing you should blame me. I cannot think they would run off except they fear to keep in Salem anymore. Mark it, sir. Abigail had close knowledge of the town, and since the news of Andover has broken here, I can't...
is remedied. The court returns there on Friday and will resume examinations.
I am sure of it, sir. But the rumor here speak rebellion in Andover.
There is no rebellion in Andover.
I tell you what is said here, sir. Andover has thrown out the court, they say, and will have no part of witchcraft. There's a faction here feeding on that news, and I tell you true, sir, I fear there will be a riot here.
Riot? Why, at every execution I have seen naught but high satisfaction in the town.
Judge Hathorne, it were another sort that hanged till now. Rebecca Nurse is no Bridget that lived 3 years with Bishop before she married him. John Proctor is not Isaac Ward that drank his family to ruin. I were to God it were not so, Excellency. But these people have great weight yet in the town. Let Rebecca stand upon the gibbet and send up some righteous prayer, and I fear she'll wake a vengeance on you.
Excellency, she is condemned a witch. The court have already...
Pray you. How do you propose then?
Excellency, I would postpone these hangings for a while.
There will be no postponement.
Now, Mr. Hale's return, there is hope, I think. For if he bring even one of these to God, that surely damns the others in the public eye. And none may doubt more that they are all linked to hell. This way, unconfessed and claiming innocence, doubts are multiplied. Many honest people will weep for them, and our good purpose is lost in their tears.
Give me the list.
It cannot be forgot, sir, that when I summoned the congregation for John Proctor's excommunication, there were hardly 30 people come to hear it. That speak a discontent, I think, and it...
There will be no postponement.
Excellency, you...
Now, sir, which of these, in your opinion, may be brought to God? I will myself strive with him till dawn.
There is not sufficient time till dawn.
I shall do my utmost. Which of them do you have hope for?
Excellency. A dagger.
What do you say?
Tonight, when I open my door to leave my house, a dagger clattered to the ground. You cannot hang this sort! There is danger to me! I dare not step outside at night!
Accept my congratulations, Reverend Hale. We are gladdened to see you return to your good work.
You must pardon them. They will not budge.
No, you misunderstand. I cannot pardon these when 12 are already hanged for the same crime. It is not just.
Rebecca will not confess.
The sun will rise in a few minutes, Excellency, I must have more time.
Now hear me, and beguile yourselves no more. I will not receive a single plea for pardon or postponement. Them that will not confess will hang. 12 are already executed. The names of these 7 are given out, and the town expects to see them die this morning. Postponement now speaks of floundering on my part. Reprieve or pardon must cast doubt upon the guilt of them that died till now. While I speak God's law, I will not crack its voice with whimpering. If retaliation is your fear, know this. I should hang 10,000 that dare to rise against the law, and an ocean of salt tears could not melt the resolution of the statutes. Now draw yourselves up like men and help me, as you are bound by heaven to do. Have you spoken with them all, Mr. Hale?
All but Proctor. He is in the dungeon.
What's Proctor's way now?
He sits like some great bird. You not know he lived except he take food from time to time.
His wife. His wife must be well on with child now.
She is, sir.
What think you, Mr. Paris? You have closer knowledge of him. Might her presence soften him?
It is possible. No, he have not seen her these 3 months. I should summon her.
Is he yet adamant? Has he struck at you again?
He cannot. He's chained to the wall now.
Fetch Goody Proctor to me. Then let you bring him up.
Aye, sir.
Excellency, if you postpone a week and publish to the town that you are striving for their confession, that speak mercy on your part, not faltering.
Mr. Hale, as God have not empowered me like Joshua to stop this sun from rising, so I cannot withhold from them the perfection of their punishment.
If you think God wills you to raise rebellion, Mr. Danforth, you are mistaken.
You have heard rebellion spoken in the town?
Excellency, there are orphans wandering house to house. Abandoned cattle bellow on the high roads. The stink of rotting crops hangs everywhere, and no man knows when the harlot's cry will end his life. And you wonder yet if rebellion spoke? Better you should marvel how they do not burn your province.
Mr. Hale, have you preached in Andover this month?
Thank God they have no need of me in Andover.
You baffle me, sir. Why have you returned here?
Why, it is all simple. I have come to do the devil's work. I have come to counsel Christians they should belie themselves. There is blood on my head. Can you not see the blood on my head?
Hush!
Goody Proctor, I hope you are hearty.
I am yet 6 months before my time.
Pray, be at your ease. We come not for your life. Mr. Hale, will you speak with the woman?
Goody Proctor, your husband is marked to hang this morning.
I have heard it.
You know, do you not, that I have no connection with the court? I come of my own, Goody Proctor. I would save your husband's life, for if he is taken, I count myself his murderer. Do you understand?
What do you want of me?
Goody Proctor, I have gone this 3 month like our Lord into the wilderness. I have sought a Christian way, for damnation is doubled on a minister that counsels men to lie.
It is no lie. You cannot speak of lies.
It is a lie. They are innocent.
I'll hear no more of that.
Let you not mistake your duty as I mistook my own. I came into this village like a bridegroom to his beloved, bearing gifts of high religion. The very crowns of holy law I brought, and what I touched with my bright confidence, it died. And where I turned the eye of my great faith, blood flew up. Beware, Goody Proctor. Cleave not to faith when faith brings blood. It is a mistaken law that leads you to sacrifice. Life, woman. Life is God's most precious gift. No principle, however glorious, may justify the taking of it. I beg you, woman, prevail upon your husband to confess. Let him give his lie. Quail not on God's judgment in this, for it may well be that God damns a liar less than he that throws his life away for pride. Will you plead with him? I cannot think he will listen to another.
I think that be the devil's argument.
Woman, before the laws of God, we are as swine. We cannot read his will.
I cannot dispute with you, sir. I lack the learning for it.
Goody Proctor, you are not summoned here for disputation. Be there no wifely tenderness within you? He will die with the sunrise. Your husband. Do you understand that? What say you? Will you contend with him? Are you stone? I tell you true, woman. Had I no other proof of your unnatural life, your dry eyes now would be sufficient evidence that you delivered up your soul to hell. A very ape would weep at such calamity. Have the devil dried up any tear of pity in you? Take her out. It profit nothing she should speak to him.
Let me speak with him, Excellency.
You'll strive with him.
Will you plead for his confession, or will you not?
I promise nothing. Let me speak with him.
Pray, leave them, Excellency.
Mr. Proctor, you have been notified, have you not? I see light in the sky, mister. Let you counsel with your wife, and may God help you turn your back on hell.
Excellency, leave.
If you desire a cup of cider, Mr. Proctor, I'm sure I can. God lead you now.
The child?
It grows.
There is no word of the boys?
They're well. Rebecca Samuel keeps them.
You have not seen them.
I have not.
You are a marvel, Elizabeth.
You have been tortured?
Aye. They come for my life now.
I know it.
None have yet confessed.
There be many confessed.
Who are they?
There be 100 or more, they say. Goody Ballard is one. Isaiah Goodkind is one. There be many.
Rebecca?
Not Rebecca. She's 1 foot in heaven now. Naught may hurt her more.
And Giles?
You have not heard of it?
I hear nothing where I am kept.
Giles is dead.
When were ye hanged?
He were not hanged. He would not answer the indictment, aye or nay. For if he denied the charge, then they'd hang him surely and his property auctioned out. And so he stand mute and died Christian under the law. And so his sons will have his farm. It is the law, for they could not condemn him a wizard if he not answer aye or nay.
And how does he die?
They press him, John.
Press?
Great stones they lay upon his chest until he plead aye or nay. They say he gave them but 2 words. More weight, he says, and died.
More weight.
Aye. You were a fearsome man, Giles Corey.
I have been thinking I would confess to them, Elizabeth. What say you if I give them that?
I cannot judge you, John.
What would you have me do?
As you will, I would have it. I want you living, John. That's sure.
And Giles' wife, has she yet confessed?
She will not.
It is a pretense, Elizabeth.
What is?
I cannot mount the gibbet like a saint. I am not that man. My honesty is broken, Elizabeth. I am no good man. Nothing is spoiled by giving them this lie that were not rotten long before.
And yet you've not confessed until now. That speaks of goodness in you.
Spite keeps me silent. It is hard to give such a lie to these dogs. I would have your forgiveness, Elizabeth.
It is not for me to give, John.
I would have you see some honesty in it. Let them that never lied die now to keep their souls. For me, it is a fraud, a pretense, a vanity that would not blind God, nor keep my children from out of the wind. What say you?
John, it come to naught that I should forgive you if you'll not forgive yourself. It is not my soul, John, it is yours. Only know this, for I know it now. Whatever it is that you will do, it is a good man does it. I have read my heart this last 3 months, and I have sins of my own to count. It is a cold wife that prompts lechery.
Oh, enough.
Better you should know me.
I will not hear it. I know you.
You take my sins upon you, John.
No, I take my own.
John, I counted myself so plain and so poorly made that no honest love could come to me. Suspicion kissed you when I did. I did not know how I should say my love. It were a cold house that I kept.
What say you, Proctor?
Do as you will, but let none be your judge. There be no higher judge under heaven than Proctor is. Forgive me, John, forgive me. I never knew such goodness in this world.
I want my life.
You'll confess yourself?
I will have my life.
God be praised. It is a providence. He will confess. Proctor will confess.
Ugh, why must you cry it? It is evil, is it not? It is evil.
I cannot judge you, John. I cannot.
Then who will judge me? God in heaven, what is John Proctor? What is John Proctor? I think it is honest. I think. I am no saint. Let Rebecca go like a saint. For me, it is fraud.
I am not your judge, John. I cannot be. Do as you will. Do as you will.
What would you do? Say it, would you give them this? Oh, you would not. If tongues of fire were singeing you, you would not. It is evil. Good then. It is evil, and I do it.
Praise be to God, men. Praise be to God. You shall be blessed in heaven for this. Now then, let us have it. Mr. Cheever, are you ready?
Why must it be written?
Why? For the good instruction of the village. This we shall post upon the church door. Where is the marshal?
Marshal! Hurry!
Now then, mister, will you speak slowly and directly to the point for Mr. Cheever's sake? Mr. Proctor, have you seen the devil in your life? Come, man. There is light in the sky. The town waits at the scaffold. I would give out this news. Did you see the devil?
I did.
Praise God.
And when he come to you, what were his demand? Did he bid you do his work upon the earth?
He did.
And you bound yourself to his service? Come! Come in, woman!
John, you're well then, eh?
Courage, man, courage. Let her witness your good example, that she may herself come to God. Now hear it, goody nurse. Say on, Mr. Proctor. Did you bind yourself to the devil's service?
Why, John.
I did.
Now, woman, you surely see it profit nothing to keep this conspiracy any further. Will you confess yourself with him?
Oh, John, God send his mercy on you.
I say, will you confess yourself, goody nurse?
Why, it is a lie. It is a lie. How may I damn myself? I cannot. I cannot.
Mr. Proctor, when the devil came to you, did you see Rebecca Nurse in his company? Courage. Take courage, man. Did you see her with the devil?
No.
Did you ever see her sister, Mary Easty, with the devil?
No, I did not.
Did you ever see Martha Corey with the devil?
No, I did not.
Did you ever see anyone with the devil?
No, I did not.
Proctor, you mistake me. I am not empowered to trade your life for a lie. You have most certainly seen some person with the devil. Mr. Proctor, a score of people have already testified they saw
Then
this
it is proved. Why must I say it?
Why must you say it? Why, you should rejoice to say it if your soul is truly purged of any love for hell.
They think to go like saints. I like not to spoil their name.
Mr. Proctor, do you think they go like saints?
This woman never thought she had done the devil's work.
I think you misunderstand your duty here, mister. It matters nothing what she thought. She is convicted of the unnatural murder of children. And you for sending your spirit out upon Mary Warren. Your soul alone is the issue here. And you will prove its whiteness, or you cannot live in a Christian country. Now, will you tell me what persons conspired with you in the devil's company? To your knowledge, was Rebecca Nurse
I
ever
speak
with
my
you?
own sins. I cannot judge another. I have no tongue for it.
Excellency, it is enough that he confess himself. Let him sign it. Let him sign it.
It is a great service, sir. It is a weighty name. It will strike the village that John Proctor confess. I beg you, let him sign it. The sun is up, Excellency.
Come then, sign your testimony. Give it to him. Come, man. Sign it.
You have all witnessed it. It is enough.
You will not sign it?
You have witnessed it. What more is needed?
Do you sport with me? You will sign your name, or it is no confession.
Praise be to the Lord.
If you please, sir.
No.
Mr. Proctor, I must have your confession.
No, I have signed it. You have seen me. It is done. You have no need for this.
Proctor, the village must have proof
Damn
that
the village! I confess to God, and God has seen my name on this. It is enough.
No, sir, it is not enough. I must have your
You came to save my soul, did you not? Here, I have confessed myself. It is enough.
You have not confessed.
I have confessed myself. Is there no good penitence that it be public?
God does not need my name nailed upon the church. God sees my name. God knows how black my sins are. It is enough.
Mr. Proctor.
You will not use me. I am no Selagud or Tituba. I am John Proctor. You will not use me.
I do not wish.
There is no part of salvation that you should use me.
I do not wish to use you.
I have 3 children. How may I teach them to walk like men in the world, and I have sold my friends?
You have not sold your friends.
Oh, beguile me not. I blacken all of them when this is nailed to the church the very same day they hang for silence.
Mr. Proctor, I must have good and legal proof that you have confessed.
Oh, you are the High Court. Your word is good enough. Tell them I confessed myself. Say Proctor broke his knees and wept like a woman.
It is the
Say what you
same.
will, but my name
It is the
is not.
same, is it not? If I report to it or you sign to it.
It is not the same.
Why?
What others say and what I sign to is not the same.
Why? Do you mean to deny this confession when you are free?
I mean to deny nothing.
Then explain to me, Mr. Proctor, why you will not.
Because it is my name! Because I should not have another in my life! Because I lie and sign myself to lies! Because I am not worth the dust on the feet of them that hate! I have given you my soul. Leave me my name.
Is that document a lie? If it is a lie, I will not accept it. What say you? I will not deal in lies, mister. You will give me your honest confession in my hand, or I cannot keep you from the rope. Which way do you go, mister? Marshal!
Proctor!
Man, you will hang. You cannot.
I can't. And there's your first marvel that I can't. You have made your magic now. For now, I do think I see some shred of goodness in John Proctor. Not enough to weave a banner with, but wide enough to keep it from such dogs. Give them no tear. Tears pleasure them. Show honor now. Show a stony heart and sink them with it.
Let you fear nothing. Another judgment waits us all.
Hang them high over the town. Who weeps for these, weeps for corruption.
I've had no breakfast.
Come, man. Go to him, Goody Proctor. There is yet time. Go to him! Proctor!
Woman, plead with him. Woman, it is pride, it is vanity. Be his helper. What profit him to bleed? Shall the dust praise him? Shall the worms declare his truth? Go to him. Take his shame away.
He have his goodness now. God forbid I take that from him.